The WNBA is officially in crisis mode. Caitlin Clark, out. Angel Reese, suspended. And make no
Angel Reese has been suspended after getting assessed a technical foul Wednesday night for pimp slapping.
And make no mistake, folks, this isn't just about one injury or one technical foul. This is about the entire future of the league. The basketball gods are cruel, and tonight they came for the biggest stars in the game. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this just bad luck, or is the WNBA eating itself alive?
Caitlin Clark, hamstring injury, goes down. She is out for what they said was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They'll reevaluate. It's a soft tissue injury. It's not going to be 2 weeks. She's going to be out much longer than that.
Instant karma or a perfect storm of controversy? Stick with me, because what went down on that court, the collision, the fallout, the absolute internet meltdown, it might be the most pivotal moment in WNBA history. And trust me, you've never seen chaos like this.
All right, picture this. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. The game is already boiling. Elbows, trash talk, refs swallowing the whistle. You can feel the tension humming through the arena. Every possession matters. The stars, they know it. The crowd, on the edge of their seats. Now, here it comes. Caitlin Clark, bringing the ball up, cool as ice. She's scanning, dribbling, setting up the play. Boom, she makes her move. Quick crossover, cuts right. That signature pull-up just waiting to fire. And then, bam, Angel Reese steps in. Hard, too hard. She plants, she swipes, she collides. The sound echoes, that sickening thud you hear on replays. Clark goes down, flat. You could feel the air just get sucked right out of the building. Dead silence. Cameras zoom in. Clark's face twisted in pain, clutching to the leg. Trainers sprint onto the court. Her teammates, shocked, some with hands over their mouths. Reese, she's pacing, half defiant, half nervous, looking at the refs like, that wasn't a foul? Make no mistake, this wasn't just contact. This was collision. This was the kind of moment that lives forever in highlight reels and Twitter debates. You can literally see the basketball gods laughing like, oh, you thought the rivalry was spicy? Let's turn it nuclear.
The replay rolls, slow motion. You see Clark driving, Reese lunging, then freeze frame, contact point. The crowd gasps, the broadcaster's voices crack, Twitter fingers start firing before Clark even hits the ground. The bench, pandemonium. One coach screaming for an ejection, another yelling it was clean defense. Meanwhile, Clark can't put weight on that leg. Trainers hoist her up, crowd clapping, but it's not applause, it's panic. And bro, you can just feel it. This isn't just a game anymore. This is about rivalries, reputations, and the very soul of the league.
And then, boom, the internet went nuclear. Within seconds, clips of the fall are everywhere. Slow-mo, zoomed in, fan angles from the stands, hashtags like hashtag Clark down and hashtag Reese suspended are trending within 10 minutes. One viral tweet? Bro, that's not basketball, that's assault. 120K likes in an hour. Another, instant karma. Reese wanted smoke, and now the league's burning. 80K retweets. Screenshots of Clark on the ground with captions like, protect the star at all costs. Reaction TikToks popping up with people literally screaming at their phones, come on man, throw her out. ESPN headline, Clark's injury rocks WNBA. Reese facing suspension review. Bleacher Report post, the rivalry just exploded. Fans are split straight down the middle. Clark supporters flooding timelines with outrage. This league doesn't protect its stars. Reese should be banned.
Meanwhile, Reese stands firing back just as hard. That's just defense, cry harder. The refs are biased, always have been. And here's the kicker, photos surface of Clark in crutches leaving the arena. Side by side with Reese arguing with officials, 2 pictures, 1 narrative, victim versus villain. And the internet, oh, it ate that narrative alive. Make no mistake, social media didn't just cover the incident, it weaponized it. Fans picking sides like it's a civil war. Debate shows grabbing clips and running with them before the game even ended. Everyone has a hot take and nobody's backing down. The outrage is so loud you almost forget there's a basketball season still going on. But maybe that's the point. One night the rivalry turned into a soap opera and the league turned into the stage.
That wasn't basketball. That was malicious. She knew exactly what she was doing. The league has to make an example of this. Clips flood Twitter with arrows circling Reese's elbow, her foot placement, her expression after the play. The narrative? Premeditated, intentional, villainous. But hold up, anywhere else, nobody would care. Why is the league protecting Clark like she's untouchable? And bro, you can feel it. This isn't just about one foul. This is about bias, about double standards, about the spotlight Clark has brought versus the criticism Reese has endured. Press conferences turn into courtroom drama. Clark's coach calls it reckless, unacceptable. Reese's coach fires back. It's basketball. You want to be treated like a star? Then you get defended like one. Reporters press Reese herself. She doubles down. Calm voice, but a sharp edge. I play hard. Always have. Always will. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Cue the split-screen debates on ESPN. Cue the heated YouTube rants with titles like Dirty or Defensive. Cue the TikToks with 20-second breakdowns of slow-motion replays. It's accusation versus defense. Villain versus underdog. And in this chaos, one thing's clear. No one's agreeing on the truth.
Now, here's where the story gets even messier, because this isn't just a one-off. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Pull up the receipts and trust me, there are plenty. For Reese, the critics point to a pattern: heated confrontations in college, technical fouls for taunting, the infamous "you can't see me" gesture that sparked one of the loudest culture wars in sports. Her name has always been tied to fire, to controversy, to intensity. And don't get it twisted, she thrives on it. That's part of her edge, part of what makes her great. But to her critics, it's evidence, proof that this wasn't an accident, but just the latest in a long line of combustible moments. Meanwhile, Clark's background paints the opposite picture, or at least that's how it's framed. She's the golden child, the face of the league's future, record-breaking rookie numbers, sold-out arenas, TV ratings through the roof. To her fans, she's untouchable. To her critics, she's coddled, protected, handed star treatment from day one.
And that contrast, it's gasoline on the fire. Every pass clip, every previous dust-up, every single shred of context gets dragged back into the conversation. A clip of Reese jawing out an opponent from months ago, suddenly viral again. A headline about Clark drawing fouls at record rates, back on timelines with the caption, "See what I mean?" Old interviews, sound bites, highlight reels, all repurposed, reframed, weaponized. Make no mistake, the internet doesn't forget. And when a crisis like this hits, it digs deep. So now we've got a narrative war. Reese is the repeat offender. Clark is the fragile superstar. Each side pulling up history like it's a legal case file, building an argument that their favorite is innocent and the other is guilty. And you know what? Nobody's winning. Because every time you think the evidence settles it, the other side finds more. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about identity, rivalry, and reputation.
But just when the debate couldn't get any hotter, boom, the basketball gods strike again. Late that night, the league office drops the hammer. Angel Reese suspended.
Angel Reese has been assessed her 8th technical foul. She will be suspended for Friday's game.
Not just fined, not just a warning, suspended. The ultimate label for a dirty play. And here's the kicker. The same day, doctors confirmed Caitlin Clark's injury is worse than expected. She's not just out for the game. She's out weeks, maybe months. In one single night, the WNBA loses its brightest star and one of its most polarizing villains. Instant karma or just the cruelest irony? Because think about it. Reese plays rough, Clark gets hurt, and then Reese herself is sidelined by suspension. Both out, both gone. The very rivalry that was driving ratings, selling tickets, filling arenas, snatched away in an instant. The league wanted fireworks. Instead, they got a blackout.
Fans are stunned. Commentators shake their heads, calling it the darkest night of the season. And Twitter? Oh, Twitter eats it alive. The league just killed its own storyline. Basketball gods said no more drama. This is how the WNBA loses momentum. Make no mistake, this is the plot twist nobody saw coming. Not a win for Clark, not a win for Reese. Just chaos, just pain, just uncertainty. And now, the question lingers. With its stars sidelined, can the league survive the fallout? Now, let's talk about the human side of this storm, because it's easy to reduce this to stats, fouls, or headlines.
But at the heart of it, two human stories, colliding in a way that leaves nobody unscathed. On one side, we have Angel Reese, the villain according to some, the aggressor, the fire starter, the player who dares to challenge Clark and the narrative around her. Look at her body language in the clips. Intense, aggressive, sometimes brash. Fans call her reckless. Analysts call her fiery. But the truth? She's playing her game. She's unapologetic. She's a force of nature. And on the other side, Caitlin Clark, the victim, the face of hope for the league, limping off the court with the weight of expectation on her shoulders. Her teammates hover around her. The arena is silent, watching their hero in pain. Social media lights up with hearts, prayers, and fan-made montages. Hashtag get well soon, Clark. People see a rising star, a future Hall of Famer, and suddenly the stakes feel impossibly high. Instant karma, irony, or fate? You decide. The villain looks defiant, the victim looks vulnerable. And in that contrast, the drama isn't just on a court. It's in every comment, every replay, every split-second reaction.
The beauty of sports? It's unpredictable. To heartbreak, it's universal. Reese may be painted as the villain tonight, but remember, every villain has a story. Every victim has a battle. And the basketball gods, they're just watching, smiling at the chaos they created. But here's the thing, make no mistake, this isn't the end. It's a setback, a storm, a crisis. But the WNBA has faced storms before, and it always finds a way to rise. For Clark, the road to recovery will be tough. Weeks, maybe months, of rehab, training, and mental toughness. But history tells us, true stars don't break. They bend, they fight, they come back stronger. Fans are already speculating about her triumphant return, sharing highlight reels, motivational clips, and hashtags like #ClarkStrong. For Reese, the suspension isn't a defeat. It's a chance for reflection, recalibration, and perhaps a redemption story. The fire doesn't go out just because she's sidelined. Fans and pundits alike are watching. Will she come back calmer, sharper, hungrier? And for the league itself, this is a test. Can the WNBA survive the headline shockwaves, the social media firestorm, the loss of two marquee players at the same time? Can the games, the teams, and the storylines adapt without losing momentum? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, resilience is woven into the DNA of this league. Setbacks don't define it, comebacks do. And if you thought tonight was the end, think again. Because in the world of professional sports, the narrative is never finished. It just waits for the next buzzer beater, the next controversial play, the next headline.
So now it's your turn, and make no mistake, this is the debate that's rocking the WNBA universe. Was Reese out of line? Should Clark have been protected better? Is the league's future in jeopardy? Or is this just another chapter in its story? Comment below. I want to know exactly what you think. Don't just scroll past. Join the conversation. Hit that like button if you're as shocked as I am. Smash subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown, because trust me, there will be more chaos, more controversy, and more instant karma. And hey, share this with your friends. Spread the debate. The WNBA drama isn't just a game, it's a conversation, and your voice matters. The court is cooled, but the fire, it's just getting started.